Cesar Ramos checks his watch, checks with his assistants, and we are underway here in Houston.
We go then, Argentina in the all blue.
It's going to be Argentina in the dark blue kits today. They're going from right to left to start out. It'll be Bolivia in the all whites, going left to right. Marcelo Martins Moreno putting some pressure here on Sergio Romero to get the action started. Romero plays it out, and part of the success in the World Cup and the Copa America for Argentina, Ray, was the establishment and the sort of steadying of this back line. They had always been an offensive force. It wasn't until they got the defense right that they started going to finals.
Yeah, and he's still looking to refine that, Tata Martino. Of course, he's got a wealth of players to pick from, but starting to look at some of the younger men now. As we said, Ramiro, Funes Mori, the ex-River Plate man, now with Everton in Liverpool.
Turned over here and a foul from behind. There's Lamela.
Just a little tug back on Érik. He's just starting to scoot away.
So a quick restart here for the Albiceleste as they try to move the ball up the left-hand side of the pitch. Emmanuel Mas getting a touch to it, getting it up to Nicolás Gaitán. One of the new faces getting a chance to feature in the front three here for Argentina today. Ezequiel Lavezzi also getting the start. Not normally a starter for the Argentine side, but full of talent himself. Of course, his teammates with Pastore and Di Maria over at PSG. Angel Di Maria not injured, missing this match due to fitness at the request of PSG.
Yeah, he just came. He's absolutely looking wonderful for PSG, of course, and made a wonderful debut at Monaco, where he had his fingerprints over two wonderful goals, and it was really sparkling performance. I'm not so sure that he's not too fit, but the situation is that PSG understands he's a little bit tired after all of the commotion of the transfer from Manchester United, so they're leaving it at home. Not quite the same can be said for Gonzalo Higuain, who has a little bit of a tummy bug or something, and he's staying back in Italy.
Ball put out of play on the near sideline. And then you've got, of course, the players like Lionel Messi and Javier Mascherano, who are on the bench today to start out, but it feels like they've been playing since 2 summers ago, non-stop.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Out of play as you get a look there. Alejandro Milian. Sergio Romero will put this back into play.
Absolutely immaculate playing surface we saw from that angle. Doesn't look as if there's any undulations. Credit Houston Dynamo and their staff putting in a wonderful platform for these world-class players to perform on, as they do week in, week out with the Dynamo.
Safe play back to Romero.
Bolivia doing a good job in the early going, pushing Argentina back, not allowing them to play through them very early going, but a good sign of intention from Valdivieso.
Argentina on the break here. Gaitán on the ball, tries to feed it over the top, looking for Sergio Agüero. Put too much gas on the pass, though. This will be out of play on the far sideline, but you can see the intent, trying to get it forward for Agustín.
A lovely intention ball played by Emmanuel San Lorenzo, man. Lovely clip over the top into that space that Bolivia are going to have to contain the whippersnapper that is Kun Agüero and Ezequiel Lavezzi. Very, very sharp players into that space. And have to track them back like cheetahs on a gazelle. Ooh, bad ball. All covered up there. Beautiful intervention in the end.
Cardozo gets it back. And then a foul. This is going to stay with Argentina. Still in the early going here. Both teams trying to sort things out. Here's another look at the play. But be careful back there.
A very slack ball.
They're going forward.
Oh, what a pass.
Agüero over the top. Argentina.
Brilliant! Absolutely world class in its construction and its finish, and this is what you get when you watch a World Cup champion champion, runner-up. Because this one could have won the World Cup. It's a beautiful finish, but look at the pass. Lavezzi capitalises on brilliantly. But the invitation to him is absolutely gilt-edged, Gino. And I said about that space behind Bolivia's back line will be exploited by those greyhounds that are Kun Agüero and Ezequiel. And we see this again. Delight in the pass. Fabulous setup here. Now watch the caress of this. He chips it, he puts negative spin on. It's controlled beautifully. It's a rainbow pass.
And already back on the ball, Argentina going forward. Lavezzi, who scored the last goal in PSG's 3-0 victory last weekend against Monaco, scoring the first goal here.
And a wonderful sign again for Tata Martino and that fluidity. His pass, that rainbow pass that I was talking about, found Lavezzi's pot of gold at the end, but what a ball. The pass was just off the charts. Look at the consideration he's got to put in. He makes it look so easy and simple, but that is a ball out of, well, Messi's book. And of course the two roommates, so they must have had a chat. I bet you I can do better than you, Leo. Yeah, he maybe just matched him.
How about the first touch to settle though by Lavezzi before the strike?
Softer than a mother's kiss, you know, truly. But when you get a ball played into you so exquisitely there, and poor Aldes and Zenteno had no chance.
Foul here. This will be a restart for Bolivia.
Valdivieso will be looking daggers at the boys at the back though. How can you let Lavezzi run into the box like that? The run dictates the pass, and it was wonderful understanding between the two Argentines. The PSV man capitalising on a real flash of inspiration there provided by El Kun.
Valdivieso may have also gotten caught out there. We saw Bolivia playing a little bit higher up the pitch to start the match, and immediately made to pay for it. Remember, it is his first match in charge of this side.
Yeah, he just got his new contract offered to him in late August. So literally he's just getting to know a lot of these players. Had 18 clubs as a player, Valdivieso, and he's had 9 jobs as a manager. As I said, he was an international class player with Echeverri and Moreno at the World Cup in the United States.
85 caps for Bolivia.
Yep, part of that golden generation.
That, by the way, the last time that Bolivia went to the World Cup was 1994.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for them, and it will be again, of course, when they play at home into that incredible altitude. They have a big favour in their hand, of course. Oh, that's good football again. Lovely link up.
Lamela turns it around and plays it into the midfield for Kranevitter. Argentina again coming forward in waves.
Yep, this started with a lovely, insightful ball from the back line, though, Gino, cutting open the lines of Bolivia with surgical precision.
Gaitán on the ball now, plays it back to Mas. Mas getting some work at the left back position.
Put some grease on that to get it through that tight gap, didn't he? Wonderful ball in the end from Emmanuel Mas.
Pereyra plays it across the midfield. Pereyra, another player to keep an eye on.
Oh, good player.
Juventus midfielder.
Yep. Starting to really establish himself with the Zebras of UV. But always been one of my favourite players, and been a little bit erratic for the black and whites. 24-year-old, just still frothing his football. Lovely touch that again, Gino.
Mas.
Yep.
Makes the defender just fly by him. Keeps the passes coming for Argentina. Getting back to Pereyra. Pereyra getting an opportunity now at Juventus with Andrea Pirlo and Arturo Vidal moving on to new clubs.
Yep.
So
still a competition for places there as well in UV in that midfield, so he'll have plenty to contend with.
Gaitán. Another run off the wing for Argentina. Loose ball inside the box. The Albiceleste doing their best to control here. Played into Kun Agüero, off his foot. This is going to be a turnover, trying to turn things around as quickly as possible as Bolivia. Well,
A lovely ball again from Kranevitter, showing that he's got a lot of class coming out of his ear holes. Lovely touch, it's been called back. At Atletico Madrid now. Hasn't scored a goal in his life, Gino. Matías, Kranevitter. He's a defensive midfield player, okay, but his dreams of scoring a goal like this. Just one chance. Just give me one ball like this, Kranevitter says, and I'll do what Ezequiel can do. Lovely to watch it again, wasn't it?
Going the other way. Marcelo Martins called for the foul here.
And look at Marcelo Martins, got a big stamp of Jaime Moreno about him. Looks like double of Jaime. Jaime will say I'm better looking than him. Wonderful player he was.
Marcelo Martins has sort of been the go-to scorer for Bolivia for the better part of 5, 6, 7 years now. And Gaitán called for the foul here.
Yeah, plays his football in China now, Gino, and I'll allow you the opportunity of pronouncing the Chinese name.
I think it's Shangchun Yatai.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Shangchun Yatai.
There's Gerardo Martino. Took Argentina all the way to the final of the Copa America. Of course, the heartbreaking loss to Chile, getting Chile their first ever Copa America title in the process.
A lot of the players as well this week seeing that loss to the great Chile team as the host nation, of course, stung them more than losing the World Cup. That's a statement in itself.
Gaitán gets free of the defender, has to cut it back and gets around Valdez. Ball is lost inside the box though.
Lovely play from the ex-Boca Juniors player. Had to get that in. Nicolás Gaitán applies the ceramic brakes down in that corner, and no chance for Hurtado, who got spun around like a cork in a champagne bottle there. Nicolás just dwelt on it for that split second before picking out his pass and got robbed again. Good cover by Bolivia.
Getting back to the pain of losing to Chile, Ray. You expect to lose maybe the first time around when you get into the final against Germany, but maybe it was just getting to that stage of a competition again and having the same result again, failing to score again.
Could have been so different. Had Higuaín finished off that wonderful last chance in the dying seconds of that game with a tight angle, but it wasn't to be. And for this golden generation of Argentina, it's been too long since they lifted any silverware.
Many people thought that back in 2005 when Argentina won the gold medal with Lionel Messi and Sergio Agüero, that team, that was going to be the beginning of a team that will go on to win many, many titles. And recently they've gotten to the final in both the World Cup and the South American Championship, only to come up short.
Yep, bridesmaids, look at the bride.
Lionel Messi in particular has endured a load of criticism because of those two losses, unjustly so. Oh, another shot coming up here for Argentina inside the box. This one high of the net. Lavezzi trying to make it two.
Yep, nice ball played in from Nicolás Gaitán originally. Finds its way through to Ezequiel. Can he get his knee over the top? He'll be disappointed with that as that shaking of his head starts it. You see this ball nicely settled, but look at the speed he latches onto it. It's one touch to caress it, and then he's reading the bounce off of the ground and just cannot adjust his gyroscope to keep it under the crossbar of Daniel Vaca.
He's been the most dangerous man going forward thus far for Argentina.
He's been playing so well for PSG in the early goings, and that PSG team starting to take the look of a real serious threat to all the Champions League favourites, the likes of Barcelona, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, Chelsea. That PSG team now with Di Maria in there looks as if they're the finished article in the early goings of Ligue 1.
They've been championship level before, Ray, but it's the start of this French season. They just feel a little bit different. They feel more dominant than they ever have.
Yeah, there's been lessons learned as well for Laurent Blanc, and we'll wait and see if Di Maria is the final touch to the PSG project, as they call it. It's an expensively built team, and of course inspired by Ibra Cadabra.
That one finds the waiting arms of Sergio Romero. The Argentine captain gets it back into play. And one of the bigger problems over the past few years for Bolivia is getting the ball up to Marcelo Martins. Usually when he gets on the ball, he's a pretty good bet to do something with it. Now, more recently, we've seen the emergence of Martin Smedberg de Lens in the Copa America. Hasn't really gotten onto the ball today, though. In fact, Bolivia has had some trouble even holding on to the ball against this Argentine side today. Last time these two teams met was right before the Copa America. Argentina putting a 5-0 beating on Bolivia.
Almost all of the Bolivia players play their football in their home country, which not many countries nowadays can say that, and all of them, of course, are very familiar with each other, and that tends to at least blend into the team spirit perhaps a little bit more, but there's no question about it. I'm trying to put a nice edge around it for Bolivia, but Valverde's got a lot of work to do, and Valdivia, and I wouldn't expect fast improvements, but at home, there's a different kettle of sharks.
Oh, Casco gets around the defender, feeds one into the box.
What a miss from El Kun. This ball put on an absolute 24-carat ingot altar with this wonderful wide play, and it's delivered under the head of a pin. Absolutely superlative pass into Kun Agüero, and it looked as if it was easier to hit the back of the net than to hit the fans behind the goal, but that's where it ended up.
Over the top now, trying to go route one. Smedberg de Lens, the intended target. Here's another look at the play, Ray.
A lovely setup again from the back, and then it's a wonderful touch, and then he puts the brakes on, and then there's a bit of hocus pocus there. Wonderful from Milton, Casco, and the delivery was just sublime. I think it may have even taken Kun Agüero by surprise.
Didn't even know it was coming.
Yeah. What a lovely pass. Two wonderful plays. First of all, in the early going from Emmanuel Mas on one side, and then we're seeing it on the other side from the ex-Gimnasia man that plays his football at Newell's Old Boys now, Milton Casco. Great skill.
Argentina dominating on the possession here in the first 17 minutes of action. Well over 70%.
Oh, what a ball.
And they keep feeding it out to this right side for Lavezzi. Touched inside. Agüero gives it a touch and goes back into his position, trying to feed it in. Argentina now. Pereyra. Back outside to Casco.
Bolivia just trying to limit them by numbers and falling back, but Argentina playing their patient game and drawing them out when they can, and then looking for that dagger ball, as we've seen 2 or 3 times already.
Just absolutely dominating here in the early going. I mentioned the possession numbers already. We've already shot the ball 3 times. Bolivia hasn't even gotten in position for a shot. We invite you to check us out online, beINsports.com, where you can find us now. You can find us on Twitter as well. beIN Sports USA for our English side, beIN Sports for our Spanish side on Twitter. Early going here, Argentina already on the board. Bolivia yet to really get a good run of possession. Here at the BBVA Compass Stadium in Houston, Texas.
As we say in La Liga, BBVA.
That's right. The La Liga sponsors for a long time. Turned over in the midfield. Mas gets it wide. Gaitán starting to get fancy, a little too fancy.
Nah, it's wonderful entertainment, Gino. We want more. Can hear a look again. This ingenious, insightful pass. Kun Agüero with eyes like a fly here, taking it all into consideration. He's seen him once, he's seen him twice, and then he just waits for Lavezzi to make that little darting move, and then he presents him with an invite. Put this away, Ezequiel.
One of the subtleties of this Argentine formation, Ray, is that we've got Kun Agüero listed as the center forward here, but we've seen him drop back a lot, playing almost as a false nine.
Yep. Player looking at this game, perhaps back in Italy, Mauro Icardi, Internazionale centre forward, is such a young, promising player, but there's all sorts of speculations why he's not more involved with the national team. I don't want to go into that, the personal attitudes, but he'll probably be involved with the Albicelesti before too long.
It's been an issue over the years with the Argentine side. It kept Carlos Tevez out, the sort of internal, I don't want to call it gossip, turmoil between players. But they seem to have gotten over that. Tevez is included in this call-up.
Yeah, it's more the personal side of it with Icardi, with the association, of course, with Maxi Rodriguez, Maxi's ex-wife. So I don't want to get into all that spider's web, Gino.
Hashtag what I love, brought to you by Ford. Go further. Hashtag what I loved. If you see anything that piques your interest, get yourself on the locker room. Hashtag what I love at beIN Sports USA or at ESBN Sports. Hashtag que te gustó if Spanish is your language of choice.
Yes, it is.
1-0 here. Just about halfway through the first 45 minutes.
How do you say it again?
Que te gustó.
Que te gustó. Que te gustó. Hashtag que te gustó.
Argentina on the ball again. Trying to feed it forward for Emmanuel Mas. Just a bit too much mustard on that one from Nicolás Gaitán. Gaitán yet to really work his way into the match.
That number 9 position is Kun Agüero's to lose, of course, and the disappointing Higuaín, poor guy. The times he had wonderful glory, so close, not just in the World Cup, but in the Copa America. Lovely pass.
Lavezzi keeps it going forward, tries to get it to Agüero.
They're just bringing Higuaín up, Gino. Just that Icardi's that type of tremendous finisher that anything that happens to Kun Agüero, I think Icardi would be a natural sort of replacement, and certainly somebody to give Gonzalo Higuaín a run for his money in the pure finishing department. I just hope it works out for him.
Higuaín's developed a bit of a reputation, particularly among Argentine fans, as sort of a choke artist.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he is a tremendous player. Napoli fans love him to death and will always stick with him. He's a high quality, high octane player. It's unfortunate that the ball hasn't been put, because otherwise he'd been an absolute icon, a living legend, had he finished those 2 chances, one at the World Cup and the other one in Chile's Copa America, the last dying breath of the game.
He's had an interesting career too, Higuaín.
Tackle.
This one's turned over in the midfield, and right again, Argentina springing back into action. Gaitán's going to have a load of space to work with here.
Got options.
Feeds it into the box, finds the head of a defender though. It's out of play. It's going to lead to a corner kick though. First of the match for either side.
Gaitán goes for the shallow ball. He has Ezequiel Lavezzi on that far side. You see Ezequiel a little bit grimacing at him. He was wide open. Would have taken a hell of a ball to find him, but this is Argentina and they are capable.
So it's going to be Gaitán going to the corner. This is going to be an outswinger. It will curve away from the line.
Don't be so certain, Gino. He might slice this on the outside of his foot. Who knows?
Fed into the top of the 6-yard box. Open net.
Nicely.
The shot brought down by Vaca.
It's right at aerial this time, and he's very grateful of it. Lavezzi just kind of get a slight angle away, as you said. This one's whipped out. It's beautifully settled, and then a little touch, and then a hammer blow here.
It's grimacing a bit too. Manchester City fans will be holding their breath right now. Looks like he'll be all right though. Maybe not. Fed forward again. Jan on the ball. Tries to leave it for Hurtado. Kranevitter. A chance for Moreno.
Oh, wonderful attempt. He doesn't snatch at it either. It's a good effort. Marcelo sees his ball coming at him and he sells it nicely. He just doesn't quite get the angle away from Sergio Romero, but he gets plenty of pop on it. And he didn't have another option on the inside of him. A bad giveaway at the back from Argentina, and Marcelo Martins Moreno really came close to causing a real shock.
Played outside the Gaitán. Back into the midfield for Argentina. The Albiceleste had backed up into a defensive mode. Bad turnover. But they have survived. Moving forward now. Bolivia finally stringing some passes together here. To the center of the park and moving it along the back line now.
Good movement. They're looking for a forward play of Cardoso and Hurtado on the other side to join in, but it's so rare that they can leave their defensive positions and push up in support past that midfield. But again, it's a work in action, really. Slowly building and understanding is Valdivieso's big challenge with a lot of these young men playing for Bolivia. It's good football again. He's in.
Lost it underneath him. Bolivia.
Ooh.
Can't secure possession though. A little bit of a heated exchange here between Sergio Agüero. I didn't see who it was. Here's the shot from Martins again.
Unlucky. Just couldn't get that angle, as I said. Use the goalpost as your reference points was always my call to the forwards, and rather than just hitting the target, you're always going to stretch the goalkeeper one side or the other if we go for that inside of the post. But unlucky. A bit of concern.
Gaitán sends this one into the box, looking for Lavezzi just a bit too high.
Took a deflection, I think, Gino. It was good defending in that bottom corner from Hurtado.
It's going to be corralled by Ramiro Funes Mori. Had a few shaky moments early on, Funes Mori.
He showing a little bit of nerves playing for the international team in the early going, certainly. But had a wonderful season, of course, with River Plate. A young lad. This man on the ball. Good build for a central defender. Oh, unlucky again. An intended pass.
Funes Mori, one of the players that got his start with River Plate when they got demoted for that one season where they went down to the second division of Argentina. Got a good year under his belt down there. Came back up and he was a regular for them ever since. Finally made his move over to the EPL. Playing it again, Leon. Bolivia just trying to be careful here.
A little bit too tentative and really can't bypass the midfield because the man up top is so isolated, Marcelo Moreno. They don't have much around him. And defensive midfield has been set up by the boss, understandably so.
So a throw in coming now from Hurtado. Hurtado, another one of those players who applies his trade locally in Bolivia, plays for Blooming.
Poor ball. Romero there.
Mas gets it back in. And a foul. He's going to stay with the Albiceleste. They'll restart from deep on their own side of the pitch. As we go past the half-hour mark, still just the one goal from Lavezzi. Could easily be 3 or 4-0 though at this point.
3 or 4-1.
True.
Bolivia credit for that snap chance that he had, but easily covered by Sergio in between the sticks.
Gaitán gives it a touch. Back out wide for Mas. Inside now. Gaitán plays it back. Kranevitter. Pereyra gets it out wide. Lavezzi touches it inside. Casco still going. Feeds it across. Gaitán was waiting for it, but Vaca was in the way. Turned over yet again. He just can't get by.
A wonderful inventive play there, wasn't it? The ball seemed to go into a funny house of mirrors in Argentina's beautiful way, and Casco couldn't deliver that final telling pass into the box, but some wonderful hocus pocus going on from the Albiceleste.
Mas back on the ball. Mori's going to move it along, plays it all the way back to Sergio Romero. Turned over yet again.
Good ball.
Played right up the middle. Lamela gets it wide. Brought down again by Pereyra. Pereyra gets it back. They've got some space. Argentina into the box again. The shot tips the goalkeeper, and it doesn't get much prettier than that. Agüero makes it 2 for Argentina.
Again, Argentina. Their passing movement tears through Bolivia as if they're made of tissue paper. The finish is exquisite. The finish is pure class from Agüero. Lovely angle chip. Takes goalkeeper Daniel Vaca's position into account. Here's the give-go. There's the get. Here's the chip. And a wonderful finish. Again, lovely scoop pass over the top. And then this one, slip shot through again. And just a masterful finish. This is where it starts. A poor giveaway at the back from Bolivia. Didn't clear their lines at all. Centeno it is that needed to get that one just out of dodge and clear his lanes, but when it falls to the dark blue shirts, they embroider their passes together and set up Agüero. So a goal and an assist now for the Manchester City Diamond.
In the early running for man of the match. Been involved in both scores. Roberto Pereyra getting the credit for the assist on that play. And a beautiful assist at that. Really, they've been dominating out on the left, on the right flank, I should say, going forward. That's where both of those runs have come from. Loose ball inside the box.
What a shank miss this is. Wonderful opportunity. It falls right to the feet of the Bolivian, and Centeno just swivels and misses. Watch this. Set pieces, of course, the great equalizer. Lovely ball delivered in. It's not cleared. It's snap, crackle, pop. He just turns and tries to flash it home. Unlucky for Centeno, the defender, shooting like a defender.
Marcelo Martins wanted that one. It was sort of taken off his foot there. A couple of new faces for Bolivia as well. They're getting used to each other. It's all part of the process. Both these teams will start World Cup qualification already in October. Bolivia has no further matches scheduled before then, but they'll probably get one in. Argentina plays Mexico in just a few days. Loose ball, Kranevitter. Gets it forward for Agüero. Turned back over, Agüero with a foul from behind.
Well, this could be a yellow card. Perhaps should be. Referee doing a good man management job, saying that's enough of that. Maybe he looked a little worse in live time, but it was a bad challenge from the back that he's accustomed to receiving. So he's seeing tit for tat, payback. Another wonderful position to be flayed into the box.
Do not sleep on Smedberg.
Yep, Smedberg, Delancey. He could smack this, but I think he'll float this to the back post. So much for that predictions.
Tried to short hop Romero. Romero handles it easily.
Maybe should have, Gino. A wonderful invading pass, just beckoning for that ball to be delivered into that space. And it, well, it's his prerogative, the man on the ball. Smedberg trying to find the net, nowhere close.
Kranevitter.
Confident ball.
Plays it over the head of Marcelo Martins. Pereyra on the ball now. He got the assist on that last goal where he set up Kun Agüero.
Well, I tell you, for Tata Martino, for all of the new blood that's been blended into this team and all the massive stars of world class that is out of this team, Argentina are playing some football that still reminds you of their World Cup process, that pattern of play, the quick shifting of the attack and the smart, crisp passing, and of course that X factor that is just built into them as the goals for Messi go around this stadium.
You can tell what the crowd wants. Wouldn't be surprised if he started the second half.
Yeah, and Messi just pipped his head out to get a glass of water, and that's what happened. And then this stadium goes crazy at one look at the four-time Ballon d'Or winner and favourite for the next one.
58 goals last season for Barcelona.
Mascherano there picking his blackheads out of his leg. No need for that.
Those two have been through a lot together. Javier Mascherano and Messi. Mascherano this past week let the media know about his admiration for Messi and all the stuff that he goes through with the Argentine media, and still showing up to every national team game despite the fact that he's about to have his second kid.
Yep, his wife about to give birth. Second child, as you say, Gino, and Messi still making a long trip away from home in Barcelona to attend this series of friendly games for his country.
Smedberg is going to tee up another corner kick, another set piece situation here for Bolivia. This probably represents their best chance of scoring here, is these set pieces.
Yep. Great ball. Oh, what a pass this is. Absolutely brilliant from Martin, Smedberg, Delancey. We'll probably not take a second look at this because it's not a highlight reel, but that is a fabulous ball played in to the number 9, Marcelo Martins Moreno, and man, he was very close to meeting that train at the station. Another peach of a pass. Man, he stings him in, doesn't he? He just needed a little bit more height on that one.
Puts it in the same spot with consistency, right on the corner of that 6-yard box.
Tremendous technique. Third time lucky, perhaps. Oh.
And again.
Oh, beautiful ball.
A little bit closer to the penalty spot that time. Loose ball inside the box. Romero makes sure it doesn't go out. So 3 consecutive corner kicks there for Bolivia.
Yep, 3 beauties as well. Played in from the Gothenburg ban. Plays his football in Sweden, 31-year-old. He's got that technique down.
Quite the find for Bolivia. And a team like this,
Good ball out of the back again, Gino.
he and Marcelo Martins do stick out. Right now, Argentina looking for a third. I think handball is called there. Argentina working quickly. Agüero gets it forward.
Beautiful.
And Lavezzi makes it 3-0 Argentina.
Again, the pass is soft as a mother's kiss. When we see this again, it's beautifully weighted for Lavezzi. And you've got to give full credit, not just to these finishers, but the consideration of the understanding that's going on almost telepathically. We're all on the same wavelength again. The run dictating the little shovel pass again. And Lavezzi is the thunder at the end of this wonderful lightning Argentina attack. They take it off quickly. Bolivia caught with the knickers down. Beautiful turn on the inside, and there's that absolutely delicious ball from Sergio Agüero. He does it once with a scoop pass, and then he'll do it again with this lovely little proverbial dagger ball. The feet continue to dance. Look how he sneaks this ball through the Bolivian back line. Wonderful from Agüero. I think he reached in and got a jar of Vaseline out and courted that ball, the way he squeezed that one through that tight area. Finding the angle in the space isn't the hard part, Gino. It's putting the right delicacy of the touch on the ball. And he weighted his pass to perfection. Lavezzi just had to finish it off. The pass was so perfect for him.
It's going to be hard for anyone on either side to best the effort of Sergio Agüero in the first half. 2 assists, both to Lavezzi, and a goal on top of it. And he's really, if he is playing in the role of a false 9, so to speak, today, or number 10, he is doing a masterful job at it. On the ball again right now. Gets it out wide for Gaitán. Agüero making the run into the box. Almost is put right on his head. Vaca comes out to claim it, though.
Nicely involved game. Nicolás Gaitán, Benfica man now. Did I say he was ex-Boca Juniors?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes, you did. It's a common trait. It's either Boca Juniors, River Plate. There's a San Lorenzo man right there, Emmanuel Mas. Carlos Tevez actually returning to Boca Juniors in the offseason.
Yeah, Alito.
He's a legend there. Played there a while ago.
Yeah, broke the hearts of all the Juve fans, and Juve off to a very sketchy start without the great hitman, the Apache.
It's a different kind of guy, though, Carlos Tevez, and if he wants to go back, he's going to go back.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to stop him. Tell you what, the Boca Juniors faithful are happy to have him back. A lot of them breaking out those old school Pepsi jerseys.
Yeah, I got one of them.
Lamela getting a touch on the ball. Just over a minute away from the end of regulation time here in the first half. A masterful performance from Argentina. Call it the B team if you want. I'm not playing like it. You would have told me this is the regular starting lineup for Argentina that they trot out there all the time. I'd have no reason not to believe you.
Well, that's what gets you to World Cup finals and Copa America finals, Gino. It's the strength and depth, of course, but it's not just the depth, is it? It's, look at this wonderful radiant football from Argentina.
Here they come again. Agüero trying to feed one into the box.
Outside of the foot. Just needed a little bit more banana bend on that one.
So what do you do if you're Bolivia at this point, Ray? Do you go back to your old school formula of backing it up and playing with one man up top, or do you come at Argentina with everything you got now?
I think it's, you know, it's a working exercise for Valdivieso, Gino, you know, I think he'll be a little bit disappointed with the amount of pressure that some of his players have been able to put on Argentina. There doesn't seem to be that sort of athleticism built into them yet. And they're going to have to find that when they come up against the superstars of South American football. And they haven't had that technical build-up, have they? I mean, it's really thoroughbreds against a lesser type of a horse. When you see football like this played, ingenious, it's fairly indefensible. Even the finish is audacious. When poor Daniel Vaca sees the ball put through his legs, it doesn't get any more audacious than that. A beautiful setup and applaudable football. Brave Bolivia battling away, but just can it like the little Dutch boy. They haven't got enough fingers to block this day.
So that's going to do it for the first half. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more. Argentina 3, Bolivia 0.
Griezmann, Torres, Martinez, Atleti's striking force, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, Barca's attacking power. Now, the last two champions of La Liga take place at the Estadio Vicente Calderón. Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. The best league in the world is here on beIN Sports.
At DraftKings, we play for glory, for bragging rights, for fantasy football supremacy. But we also play for this, the giant check. The giant check is no myth, no mirage, no fool's gold. It's our trophy, and many hoist it playing our one-week games. Like Dave Gomes, Drew Dinkmeyer, and Adam Goulet. Are your dreams big enough to cash a giant check? Put it to the test week 1 in the DraftKings Millionaire Maker, the biggest fantasy sports contest of all time. Go to DraftKings.com and play for your share of $10 million in total prizes. The top prize is $2 million, and that's just week 1. It's 1 week fantasy. Draft your team and win cash in the same week. Simple as that. Get to DraftKings.com now and play free with promo code TROT. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time.
You're in a fantasy league every year. Get paid for that knowledge. FanDuel's 1 week leagues let you win money any week, not once a year. Play with your friends or try a public league for big bucks. You don't have to play the whole season. Smarter than the average fan? Try a 50-50 league and win some cash. Someone's gonna get $1 million on FanDuel this Sunday. Let's see how you stack up. Go to FanDuel.com to get up to $200 bonus. Love it or your money back, guaranteed. Enter promo code REDFLAG1.
Everything you want to know is here on the Express Extra. Join our group of expert commentators, analysis, and updates in all things sports. It's the most comprehensive coverage of the most exciting matches in the world. From Monday to Friday, Express Extra on beIN Sports.
The countdown has begun. Lionel Messi, Marcelo Martins, Neymar, Alexis Sánchez, James Rodríguez, Ener Valencia, Lucas Barrios, Claudio Pizarro, Luis Suárez, Salomón Rondón. 2018 CONMEBOL World Cup qualifiers in October, exclusively on beIN Sports.
Halftime here in Houston, Texas. Argentina all over Bolivia. 3 goals in the first half, Ray, and they are looking good.
Yeah, it's been one-way traffic by and large, and the newly invigorated Argentina with new blood in has been very impressive. But it would all start with this. The score sheet would be duck eggs until this point. Agüero is absolutely magnificent with his supply to Lavezzi. And again, he's so delicate with his touch. Look at this. Take some control on the run, and make no mistake about it, that is a world-class finish. The ball is delivered invitingly in, but look at that touch from Lavezzi just to settle himself and put it away beautifully.
And that was just the beginning for Agüero.
Yep. It's just wonderful, give and go and get on the run again. Agüero in this game, take a look at him. He's about the size of a shotgun. He's just as dangerous. Beautiful, intricate play here though. And Bolivia just stripped apart. The defense made into confetti, nothing less. The ball played in again for Lavezzi, isn't dealt with at the back. And then they are put to the sword. But what allowed that finish? Sweet as a nut.
And then Bolivia falling asleep here for just a moment, and there he is again.
Yeah, taking on the 3 players that converge on him. They can't even get close. It's a good opportunity for him, but Centeno, the first one to try to get a touch on him, cannot. And then it keeps going on. You see, again, wonderful finish by Zaga. It is, it tries to get a piece of it as well, but again, Agüero slippier than an eel covered in Vaseline, Gino.
3-0 at the break. We'll have the second half coming up shortly. You're watching beIN Sports.
Good evening and welcome to beIN Sports News. Heading into week 3 of the La Liga season, Real Madrid have now suffered a double injury blow. On Thursday, test confirms Colombian playmaker James Rodriguez and Brazil fullback Danilo had returned from international duty with injuries. James, a damaged thigh muscle, and Danilo with a torn muscle in his right foot. Timeline for the duo's return has yet to be determined. In cycling news, Nicolás Roche of Ireland back on top in the Vuelta de España as he won the hilly stage on Thursday. Dutchman Tom Dumoulin, who took over the overall lead yesterday, was able to protect the top spot from Fabio Aru. These stories and much more on tonight's Extra, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Jeremy St. Louis and myself, with all the latest from the sporting world. I will also have an exclusive live interview from Brussels with Rashawn Jackson, 400-meter hurdler who will be competing in the Diamond League final tomorrow. And this Friday, beIN Connect and beIN Espanol with a trio of league matches for you to watch from La Liga, Liga, and Championship. So join us for all the live action on the network. That's your beIN Sports News update. Join us for the Extra. It's coming up at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you then.
I'm your spokesperson. This is an important message for anyone who took the prescription drug Xarelto or Pradaxa and had a serious bleeding event. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered from a serious bleeding event, call 1-800-BAD-DRUG immediately. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious internal bleeding, stroke, and death. Call 1-800-BAD-DRUG. You may be entitled to compensation. Call now for a free consultation. 1-800-BAD-DRUG.
This Sunday, the stars come out and play from the ultimate teams in England, Italy, and France. 5 great matches you don't want to miss. The best European football is here on beIN Sports.
Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin. Both are chasing the Diamond Trophy. The best track and field athletes are here. Diamond League on beIN Sports. 21 of the fastest riders in the world, trying their best on the track. 13 of the toughest rounds in the toughest circuits around the world. And the deafening noise of the roaring engines will take you to another level. SBK Superbike FIM World Championship, only on beIN Sports.
The French champions want to continue their winning streak in the Ligue 1 as they welcome Bordeaux at the historic Parc des Princes. Tomorrow, Ligue 1 on beIN Sports. Madrid is hitting on all cylinders. But its superstar, CR7, has yet to spark a fuse. Will Cristiano Ronaldo finally claim a check on the score sheet? Or will he return home with another null on his side? Espanyol versus Real Madrid, this Saturday on beIN Sports.
Here at the home of the Houston Dynamo, 3-0 Argentina, 45 minutes, and it's been all Kun Agüero, Ezequiel, Lavezzi, and Roberto Pereyra. Argentina looking good. Make sure and join us tomorrow. Brazil and Costa Rica, that'll be available on beIN Sports and beIN Sports in Espanol, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time with my partner Ray Hudson and Phil Shane on the call tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that one. 3-0 Argentina, second half coming up after this. You're watching beIN Sports.
Tired of running up and down ladders for the right size screwdriver? Frustrated when you can't find a bit that fits? Hi, David Jones with Bit 360, the revolutionary 6-in-1 screwdriver where all you do is slide, twist, and lock the right bit for the perfect fit every time. Uh-oh, wrong bit? With Bit 360, you change from a Phillips to a flathead just that fast. For 6 different screws, you need 6 different tools. But with Bit 360 and our high-speed camera, we get a grip on all these screws in a matter of seconds. Amazing. The secret is the quick change chamber that revolves 360 degrees with each bit securely inside. Just slide, twist, and lock, and now you're loaded with the right bit for the perfect fit. And Bit 360 is magnetized, so the screws stay securely on the bit without falling. Bit 360 comes with 6 preloaded bits to fit virtually any screw, or add your own bits to get a grip on any job around the house, in the workshop, the garage, or on the job site. Best of all, everything stays contained in one compact handheld tool to keep handy in a drawer. One Bit 360 fits all these different sizes and types of screws. Now that's versatility.
Bit 360 is everything I need, right where I need it.
I love Bit 360 because it combines all of my screwdrivers into one tool.
Bit 360 is perfect for moms, a great gift for dads, and comes with a 1-year money-back guarantee. So you can spend over $50 on a set of screwdrivers, or you can lock and load with the Bit 360 for only $10. And if you call now, we'll double the offer and send a second Bit 360 free. Just pay separate processing and handling. That's 2 Bit 360s, a $20 value for only $10. Here's how to order.
To order the Bit 360 for $10 plus processing and handling, call 1-800-518-6041. That's 1-800-518-6041, or order online at buybit360.com.
If you think your world is saved, think again. Il Derby de la Madonnina, Italy's most awaited rivalry. Inter versus Milan, the Serie A on beIN Sports.
Think fast. Don't blink or look back. Because every second counts in being victorious. The best drivers of the planet are here. FIA World Rallycross Championship on beIN Sports. Enjoy our original productions every night. Monday Night Soccer. Get up to date on the most important games of the week. Then, The Locker Room. The best analysis and insightful comments from the pros. And from Monday to Friday, Express Extra. A complete summary of everything you want to know in the world of sports. The best shows are here. Weeknights on beIN Sports.
Back here at the BBVA Compass Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's been all Albiceleste in the first 45 minutes of play. Bolivia having a hard time really getting on the ball at all, as we get a look here at some of the Argentina crowd in Houston. Heavy support for the Albiceleste throughout the world, really. Get a look there at Leo Messi's #1 fan. I highly doubt it, but he can try. I would think it's going to be pretty likely that you're going to see Lionel Messi in the second half as we await the players' re-entrance back out onto the pitch. You can see a couple of Tevez jerseys there as well.
Well, wonderful scenes from our cameras, picking up all the great supporters of Argentina who are treated and don't get to see their beloved countrymen too much. But thanks to these wonderful friendly games held in the greatest country in the world, they're treated to an absolute big dish. And certainly Argentina fans outnumbering the Bolivians, but there's plenty of Bolivian support up there as well. I see the Bolivian flags littering around as well. That's the Albiceleste happy ladies.
They're making friends.
Yeah.
Argentina not going to leave Texas. They're going to stay in town. They're going to head to Arlington, Texas, at the AT&T Stadium. They'll play Mexico in just a few days. For Bolivia, nothing scheduled before the start of World Cup qualifying, but I'm sure that'll be scheduled at some point as we get ready for the start of the second half. And Ray, it's been a clinic thus far. Sergio Agüero has been the maestro.
It truly has, and you know, all these wonderful fans turning out to see their superstars and their heroes in this wonderful generation of Argentina players have not been disappointed. But some of the new blood as well have taken the eyes. Milton Casco in that right wing back position, and Emmanuel Mas, the San Lorenzo man on the opposite side, have looked very much of the international class. Now you look at who these players are keeping out, Gino, the likes of Zabayeta and Rojo at Manchester United. You know, there's not going to be many opportunities for them to get in. So playing like this and showing up nicely. And some of the players that aren't even here, the likes of Pastore and Biglia, and Di Maria, Higuain, Di Michelis, Otamendi. You just can go on and on and on. I mean, that's not just a set of players keeping out regular players. They are truly world class, and we've got to figure that it's going to be tough for a lot of these players to stake their case. But Pereyra's doing a good job. Kranevitter is sending messages to Mascherano that he better keep his form up as well. And Érik, Lamela and Gaitán have shown up nicely. But it's been the Kun Agüero and Ezequiel Lavezzi show here tonight, and how it's been a cabaret performance by Argentina, and Sergio Agüero has playing the part of Lisa Minnelli.
4 new players coming out onto the pitch for Bolivia as they enter the pitch.
Now, I know you don't know who Lisa Minnelli is, Gino, but your dad will.
Yes, he will.
Right.
I actually heard that in a few references. Before my time, though. So Alejandro Chumacero out onto the pitch. Damian Lizio heading out there as well. We've also got an appearance from Abraham Cabrera. Did I miss one? Yes, I did. Ronald Aguino is the 4th member of the team to go out. So 4 new players out on the pitch for Bolivia. I'm sure there'll be some changes for Argentina as well, although it appears that much of the same squad that started the match for the Albiceleste is out there again. And why not? It's a bunch of new faces.
Yeah, that moulding that continues under Tata Martino, under his wizened eye, is taking a lot into consideration. And he's got to be pleased with his team's pattern of play, despite the fact, with all due respect to Bolivia, who are just really, truly a newly knit bunch of players coming together under their coach for the first time. Not much was expected of them, but I think better things will come from them in their World Cup adventures, as I said earlier, especially at home where they find a new set of gears.
Need a look there at the top of the screen at the changes that have happened thus far for Bolivia. Team switching ends of the pitch, by the way, to start the second half. The dark blue kits, Argentina now moving from left to right on your screen. Bolivia in the all-white kits going from right to left. 3-0 after the first half.
Again, the crowd letting Tata Martino know, you better put him in. You better put him in.
They paid money for those tickets.
Yep, there'll be revolts going on around this stadium.
They may set a decibel record when Lionel Messi comes into the game. As Vaca plays this one back up the pitch. Pereyra gets a touch on it. And for the most part, this is Bolivia's first choice team.
There's another good example there. You see Marcelo Martins Moreno applying the early pressure on Sergio Romero, but not getting the backup from his midfield. And they're the things that's going to be emphasized by Valdivieso over the tape in the room all year long. It's this marathon of South American World Cup qualification continues. Look out, jailbreak.
Jailbreak here for Argentina going forward. Kun Agüero on the ball again. Sergio Agüero's got some room.
Oh,
still looking for the shot. Feeds it across. Chip back in. Tries to put a header attempt on it, but can't quite get back to the ball.
A lovely jinking run, wasn't it, by El Kun? Just waiting, hesitating, drawing the white shirts into him and waiting for that, just that crack in the window of opportunity to send that curler into the side netting of Vaca, but it didn't emerge, and good cover from Bolivia along the back that time.
Gaitán touches it back to Kranevitter.
Oh, what a ball.
Settled by Lamela. Out to the flank again for Lavezzi. This one just a bit too fast, though. Gets away from Lavezzi.
Again, that pass from Kranevitter arrowed in with real stinging precision, asking a question of the midfield and the forwards on the receiving end. Are you able? He delivers the pass, and the control was just as good as well.
Once again, the crowd starts up with the Messi chant. The game's already been decided. They want to see their man. Marcelo Martins.
I think Tata Martino and Leo will understand that and respect it. He hasn't come all this way to just sit on the bench. He'll be involved in perhaps some of the other games as well, but you want to be one of these players in this stadium. As we look at Julio Cesar, to say that you saw the great man live, you were there to see Messi, you actually seen him, not just on the screens of beIN Sport. To see him live is something else.
The atmosphere is going to change in a heartbeat as soon as he comes out onto the pitch.
Can't compliment the groundsman enough here for Owen Coyle's men at the Houston Dynamo. Look at this, Gino. It's as I said, big billiard table of a football pitch. You take it for granted nowadays, but it's so manicured, and it invites this type of quicksilver football that Argentina can just turn on like a tap.
It's hard to see on the cameras, but it has started raining a bit out there. There was a threat of weather before the match.
Yep.
It doesn't look particularly violent, but it is raining.
Oh, what a run.
Nice little run inside. Argentina coming forward. Gaitán has to get away from him.
Lovely squirrel on a telephone wire type of run, though, wasn't it, from Nicolás?
Got a pretty long way.
Yep. Just got away from him in the end. Possibly to do with that moist surface, but man alive, he had that Velcro to his feet. Oh, nice.
Rodriguez makes a dive at the ball. Touch back. He almost got into the 18-yard box that time, Bolivia.
Lovely touch.
Lamela. It's a full head of steam going forward. He had Lavezzi out on his right, but he never saw him. Pereyra dribbles through two defenders. Chumacero gives a whack to the back of his head.
There's lovely touches there by Nicolás Gaitán on that far side as well, Gino.
Lavezzi plays it inside. Agüero looking for some room. Plays it out for Casco. Casco feeds it back in. And it just misses being the fourth goal of the day.
Again, lovely run by Emmanuel Mas. Look how close he is to meeting this train at the station. Ball's fed out wide. It's delivered in instantaneously. And then Emmanuel Mas starts his run beautifully. Doesn't get a clear look at it. It just floats over the head of Érik Lamela. And again, Emmanuel Mas showing that he's got an eye to get in there. The San Lorenzo man.
You know, I'm starting to look at the way Sergio Agüero's playing out here, Ray, and I'm beginning to ask myself a question. Could he play like this if it was the regular starting 11 for Argentina? Because he is very obviously the man out there right now. He's pulling the strings, and I'm not sure that's the case when the rest of them are out there.
No, could be. He's assuming that mantle of responsibility either way. But when Messi's in there, Di Maria and the like. Oh, it's in.
Uh-oh. A chance here for Bolivia. Into the box. Let's see what they can do here. Marcelo Martin swings, and the ball is not there when he does.
I think it's Funes Mori that lets his team down here again. That will be noted duly. Take a look at this. It is Mori. It just allows that ball to slip by him. He does his best to try to extend his legs to get to it, but he doesn't read the pass early enough.
How about Milton Casco making his way all the way across the formation to get that steal right at the vital moment?
Yep, well said, Gino.
Ball's played out wide.
What a pass.
Everyone's onside. Gaitán trying to get around that last defender. Feeds it in. Agüero just misses.
Nicolás Gaitán shown up absolutely brilliantly and several times in this game and sending out notice that he is certainly capable of producing that sort of quicksilver magic that we see from the likes of Di Maria and Pastore. Nicolás Gaitán quietly having an impressive game.
Both these teams seeing their first action since the Copa America. Argentina's only loss of 2015 was that loss to Chile, and look who's making his way toward the fourth official. This place is about to go haywire.
The adulation. The greatest football player I've ever seen is universal. And Houston, you don't have a problem, but Bolivia might have one.
Up down. Get back toward the center of the pitch. Lavezzi gives it a touch.
A great sense of excitement, isn't it? Permeating through this stadium now, just to see the great man get off the bench.
Agüero leaves it. Lamela gives it a touch. Pereyra plays it back even further. Messi's already had a few moments in the week leading up to this. He and Carly Lloyd exchanged some autographs. That got some media coverage. And it looks like he's about ready to... Where'd he go? He went to the corner to warm up. That's exactly what's going on. Banega warming up as well.
Usually around about 60 minutes, 65 minutes, they'll throw the players that they want to protect a little bit more once the sting has gone out of the game. I'd be surprised if Messi gets more than 20, 25 minutes.
Lamela's got a lot of room in front of him. Number of options, tries to sneak it through, but the window closed right at the last moment. Playing very well out there, Agüero. Again, he is the focal point in the offense, but that's going to change as soon as Messi gets out there. Another thing that you might want to take from the players that are warming up, Banega is usually the direct substitute for Messi at the national team level. They look like they're going to come on at the same time. So that's going to be an interesting dynamic to watch.
Good look at Nicolás Gaitán. He's covered an awful lot of ground out there, and he's had the ball. He's been so illuminating with his football, and a nice foil for Agüero and Lavezzi coming on to them. We couldn't ask much more from these players that have been introduced into Martino's team here tonight. I don't think there's been one disappointment. Kranevitter, of course, coming in. I'm not so sure that I'd put him in the class of Mascherano. He's a wonderful player, Atletico Madrid man, but I think he's more on the lines of the likes of a Gago and a Banega type. Seems that much more of a solid, stay-at-home defensive player. Well, Mascherano can cover the ground from the back to the front, and his midfield engine never ever stops. He seems to have a little bit more of an adventurous forward pass than Matías Kranevitter. That's not taking anything away from him. He's had a good performance in front of that back four for Argentina.
How do you think he compares to the likes of Lucas Biglia, for example?
Lucas Biglia, that's the reason he's really in there, isn't it? Well said, Gino. Biglia injured, and they called on Kranevitter, and rightly so. He's not let them down at all.
Offside the call here. And the crowd once again starts up with the Messi chants. Won't be too long now.
Everybody wants his shirts. The notes are all about, and the Bolivian lads will as well. His coach, another one that was being wonderfully supportive of the critics of Messi, which were really vitriolic, if you can believe that, back in his home country after the Copa America. It was poisonous abuse for Messi, who was awarded best player of the tournament, by the way. He just did not pick it up, refused it.
And really a good move on his part, not to go up there.
Yeah. Class.
Argentina once again working the possession. This one gets away, but it's going to fall to
out of the
Lavezzi.
back, and it's kissed on, leads to this. Ah, mamma mia! What absolutely pinpoint passing from the back. I've got to beg our producer to show the build-up from way back. I think it's Gonzalo Rodriguez that starts it, and then it's literally kissed on, and again we see it at the end, which is unfortunate, but a beautiful setup right out wide. Lovely ball from Lavezzi. right into stride, and the kiss is beautiful. There's the wonderful little touch pass that I was talking about from Érik Lamela, but the ball from the back into Lamela was the genesis of this goal. And in 4 passes, they fold light like the SS Enterprise in Star Trek. Just absolutely warp speed football in front of our eyes, and another beautiful treat to behold if you're a football fan of passing football.
Oh, you said it at the end of the first half, Ray. It's been the Lavezzi and Agüero show. Agüero's had a hand in every goal scored thus far, either an assist or a goal on all 4 strikes. And Lavezzi's played outstanding as well. He's just been overshadowed.
Yep, for a little lad, Kun Agüero casts a big shadow. Lavezzi ain't much bigger.
No.
But they're just stacked with pure footballing class. That's good ball.
Good ball. That one almost finds, but it does find the back of the net.
No chance here for Sergio Romero. This ball again is whipped in with absolute incredible precision. It's split millimeter perfect, delivered under the head of the finisher. But what? Take a look at here. It's our man again, Gino. And I think that might have been offside, but he don't care. Wonderful finish. He goes down and catapults this ball off the deck, and Sergio Romero does well to try to get close to it, but it's Aguino that finishes it. Ronald Aguino, the Bolivar man. But what a pass from your man, Martin Smedberg, that you've been singing the praises of on those set pieces. Gino, he's living up to your praise.
Right where he wants to every single time.
Yep. Wicked ball to defend. Might have hurt himself delivering that one, as we've seen Smedberg limping out a bit. Same here.
Argentina already making their way up the pitch. Lavezzi gives it some chase. I don't think they countered it.
Oh, you gotta be. Oh, it's,
yeah, you're right.
It's
offside.
Yep, it's called offside, and rightfully so. But our picture's a little bit delayed on this transmission, but you can see right here, the flag goes up just as he's put it in, which is unfortunate for Bolivia to have that goal scratched off, but good refereeing with the man with the flag. Warming the oil through his beautiful engine.
Only a matter of time now.
He's got a big game to go back to playing Spain, of course, here on beIN Sports when Barcelona take on Atletico de Madrid. What a ding-dong battle royal that will be.
It's going to be the first true clash of the Titans of the La Liga season. And that'll be the first week back from the international break.
Well, let's see if he can produce another greyhound out of his hat, not a rabbit. The way this lad strikes the ball with that type of dynamic. He's been immaculate with his deliveries, nothing less. Martin Smedberg Dall'Ense.
See what he does here, lofts it over the top, puts it right where he has to again.
So close again to finding his teammate's head.
Argentina on the run.
What a ball.
Gaitán feeds it forward for Agüero. Too much gas on the pass though, and it goes out of play. And this place is about to erupt. Here's another look at that last goal.
What a baller. And look at that finish again. Called it audacious. Look at that. Sweeter than moonlight in Vermont, Gino. Look at the delicate touch. Kun Agüero could shave a mouse in his sleep.
Messi has made his way over to the 4th official. Next time this ball goes out of play, he's probably coming on. Romero plays it up to Pereyra. Pereyra.
Oh, lovely play. Again, that ball from Sergio Romero to Roberto Pereyra in a tight area, but the confidence of Argentina's passing is the great man enters.
Little hello to the opposition. Rodrigo Amado will come on for Bolivia. Nicolás Gaitán will come off. And I'm just going to shut up so you can hear this. The four-time Ballon d'Or winner, Lionel Messi, makes his way onto the pitch, and the fans got what they came for. The captain's armband has been passed to Messi, and here we go.
They have all sorts of problems with these fancy schmancy captain's armbands, Gino.
It's Velcro.
I know, and it makes no sense. Just make it a little bit, just make it an elastic band. I mean, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger's biceps are putting it around.
Right around that 65-minute mark.
First touch is supreme.
Agüero looks like he's going to go out wide so that Messi can get into the middle of the formation. Rodriguez, Pereyra, Messi on the ball, but you can hear that for yourself. Kranevitter.
Nicely.
Not being closed down.
Good ball.
Plays it out wide.
Smart play.
Casco feeds it in.
Oh, he's done it again! Magisterial Lionel! But give full credit to Matías Kranevitter, who starts the dominoes falling. He's on 2 seconds and he don't care. It's catapulted in with his head, not his Stradivarius left foot. And this stadium is just levitating now. The expectation and the promise of magic delivered by the maestro. A beautiful ball played from Kranevitter out wide right here. One touch to caress it. A beautiful ball sent in with beautiful precision. A tremendous ball from Milton Casco, Gino, another man that you've been singing the praises of, and again living up to the billing, but it wouldn't be a show without punch.
Would you believe it's the first time he scored from the run of play since the group stage of Brazil for Argentina?
Yeah, he's overrated in terms of those goals that he scores. Vastly.
Perhaps a fan running out onto the pitch. There's a security guard by Messi. That's the only assumption I can logically make. And so, while they get this sorted out, we can just admire the tattoos a bit.
Well, his finish was easy by his standards, and Milton Casco, his delivery from the great Kranevitter ball here. Kranevitter, Casco, the reference point is Messi's head. It's delivered, and as we look at Messi lock his focus on this, the sharpness, but then the little punchy header is nothing but net. And I wonder if he had planned it any better. It was a wonderful script. Another tremendous ball spread out wide, more danger.
Great pass from Messi out to the wing, into the box. Brought down, trying to get it out of danger right now. Bolivia, they finally do. 5-0 already. This is the scoreline the last time these two teams met. It was the last game for both before the start of Copa America. Only this has the potential to get far uglier. Casco on the ball, touches it inside. Lamela. And with the exception of Gaitán, who was taken off for Lionel Messi, this is the same starting 11 that started the match for Argentina. I invite you to check us out online, beinsports.com, the new address. You can find us on Twitter as well. Handles appearing at the bottom of your screen for our English and Spanish side. International break here on beIN Sports. Brazil, Costa Rica tomorrow. Make sure you tune in for that one, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. and a load of African qualifiers as well.
Yeah, good games. We'll be doing the Chad against Egypt.
Hard collision there, right in the center circle.
As he hasn't seen him down.
Mas hasn't taken off his boot.
This is what they really came to sing, not just the goals, but this wizard of the dribble. And a wonderful fly's eye vision that he possesses. You see the looks of pure awe around him. There isn't a zoom lens out there that could captivate his genius with a ball.
On the ball now, set piece situation for the Albiceleste. A number of targets inside the 18-yard box.
That lens better be a fast lens, I'll tell you that, Gino.
My advice, just film it, pick out the frames you like. As he sends it in. Finds Funes Mori, who can't put it on frame, but it was there.
Difficult one for Funes Mori to get to. Take a look at it from this angle. He's got Raldis right in front of him. Difficult to lock your focus and get over the central defender. But good effort by Ramiro.
Inside the last 20 minutes now. It's like the Lamela took a shot to the chest there. Looks like he's going to be all right. It's been a rough place to be inside that center circle.
It's good play by Bolivia, unlucky.
They're starting to be a bit more daring up top. See if it gets them into trouble. Sergio Romero. It's been a heck of a last month for him. Brought on to Manchester United and forced into the starting role. He earned it though, played very well for Argentina at the Copa America. A chance here for Bolivia. The shot to the near post. And this is going to be a corner kick.
Lizio that gets onto this, and you're not too far away. There's good build-up by Bolivia. A little bit more sparky in enterprise. That's a peach of a pass here, and then that's a good whiskered goal by this man, Lizio.
Jumacero has a shot. Too many legs in the forest, though. Out to Messi. Messi starts the action going forward.
Wants it back.
Lavezzi screaming down the middle of the pitch. Messi working his way into the box.
Good play.
Chipped in. Oh. Lavezzi brings it down. Tries to bring it down, I should say.
The volume level in this stadium just mushroomed again. Magic for Messi. All the oohs and the ahs every time he gets close to the ball.
Licio leaves it. Martins gets a touch to it. Bolivia with a good spell of possession here. Inside again. Got a little bit too fancy. Valdez. It's like Carlos Tevez is getting warmed up. Might see some action before this one's over.
Oh, that's just being sadistic now from Tata Martino, isn't it?
He's got subs.
Yeah.
They're all good.
That's right, world class. But just about to pour more gasoline on the fire. But fair dues, Tata Martino doing what a coach is supposed to do in his coaching and looking at variable options.
And Pereyra has played very well.
Yep.
The one person that I would say has drifted in and out of this one a bit too much is probably Érik Lamela. But other than that, everyone on the field has been very, very good for Argentina.
Yep. I think you're right, Gino. Still Eric Lamela, another one, just 23-year-old Tottenham Hotspur man. Still trying to live up to his wonderful potential. Seen him play so well in the years gone by for Roma, of course. Look out.
Here we go.
Oh,
To Messi.
what a ball!
The dissection and the 6th.
Fabulous finish, but look at the pass again. He knows where his bread is buttered, and look at the looks of just admiration from these knowledgeable Argentina fans. And that young boy says, I ain't seen anything like him before, Daddy. And you never will again, son. Look at this ball that is picked out. Wonderful into stride. Messi has got a big red velvet cushion tied around it. Comes out of the back beautifully. It's a bad giveaway. It's Lamela that kisses it on. And then the lovely touch.
Agüero again.
Agüero, whose fingerprints are all over this. And the two roommates. Look, and there's the look from Messi. What a ball. Kun, absolutely beautiful.
A few more players coming on for Argentina now. Ever Banega will make his way out onto the pitch. As will Roncaglia, Facundo Roncaglia. See who he goes in for. So Lamela comes off. It's been an up and down day for him.
I've got to think that Tata Martino is going to get his cell phone buzzing from Pellegrini back in Manchester City saying, okay, you got to pull him out now. Yeah, that's enough.
It's all wasted all.
But you know what, Gino? They're like little boys around the Christmas tree, man. You cannot pull them away from a game sometimes when they're enjoying themselves. Messi, of course, notorious for that. When he's playing, he does not like to be taken out of the battlefield. But sometimes in games like this, I think it's a little bit more prudent for Martino, knowing that these players are the Koh-i-Noor diamonds in the Aladdin's cave of their clubs.
Bolivia trying to take advantage of the change-ups here.
Good ball, and it's a smart tackle. That, what a beautifully timed intervention again.
Gonzalo Rodriguez making the tackle that time.
Yep. Goes down, gets dirty, and times it to Swiss cuckoo clock perfection.
Messi on the ball again, makes a move.
Oh.
Feeds it up the pitch.
Oh.
Goalkeeper Vaca getting himself into trouble.
Again, the genius of Messi. When he's got the player in front of him, he holds, he disguises, and then he picks out a 40-yard pass that is like an arched rainbow, and only the goalkeeper, Daniel Vaca, can come to the rescue.
Messi again, going for the hat trick, gets around the defender, can't get it to go.
Good save by Daniel Vaca this time.
Ball still alive. Agüero has another shot.
Again, the Messi magic show continues and puts these fans in absolute rapture land. And credit Daniel Vaca for denying Leo.
Banega tries to feed Messi again. Spectacular. He's been out on the pitch 13 minutes. And he's had the effect of a player that's been out there the whole game.
Yeah. He just elevates the game beyond anything that I think we've seen since the likes of Pele and Maradona. And a single man, not just on his goal-scoring opportunities, but the manner in which he creates for his teammates. All bets are off when that number 10 comes in.
It's going to be interesting to see what kind of a lineup Argentina trots out against Mexico. I mean, most of their main go-to guys that they did call up have spent this match on the bench. I have to imagine it's going to be more of a first-choice team against Mexico. Then again, it could be the same strategy for Martino. Maybe just use this window to get your second team as much playing time as possible.
Sure. There's not been anything showboat about the performance either, Argentina. It's all been very workmanlike in their own brilliantly fastidious, entertaining way.
Messi on the ball again. Agüero.
Oh, what a ball!
Touches it forward.
Magical!
Just behind Lavezzi. And they can't clean it up.
So close to possibly the best goal of them all. Again, it's Messi who is the prime architect in this sorcerer again. Look at this pass threaded through. Absolutely brilliant from Agüero in the end.
Another fan favorite getting set to come on, Carlitos.
We'll take a look again here. This ball from Agüero sliced through, surgical-like, sharper than a surgeon's scalpel right here. He's already identified it, and then he releases the hound.
So Carlos Tevez and Messi on the pitch now at the same time.
Doesn't look at his ball that he's received, that acceleration away, not picked up, of course. The Nautilus submarine couldn't pick up Messi with their sonar device.
Correa making his way out onto the pitch as well. Ángel Correa.
A nombre de TXC International y Planet Fútbol, le damos las gracias por haber asistido esta noche a BBVA Stadium. Una vez más, a nombre de TXC International.
Ángel Correa signed for Atletico Madrid. He and Messi will be seeing a lot of each other in about a week's time. We invite you to send what you love to the locker room. See if you can get on the show. Hashtag what I loved or que te gustó in whichever language you choose, at beIN Sports USA or ESPN Sports for the Spanish side. Brought to you by Ford. Go further. Get yourself in the locker room. There's going to be a lot of what did you love from this game. 6-0. And most of these goals have been spectacular to watch.
Yep. Argentina been playing like a Ford GT40.
Correa.
That's a hell of a race car, Gino, unless you don't know that. My favorite Ford car. If our sponsors are listening, I wouldn't mind one if you've got one spare.
Intent. So Carlos Tevez in, Ángel Correa as well. Messi's about to serve up a corner kick here. Let's see if Tevez can latch on to one here. I've already got the touchdown, looking for the extra point. Banega. Correa puts a touch on it. Messi working his way to the top of the formation. Correa, Banega, feeds it across to Pereyra. Pereyra has the defender isolated. He's got a few options.
Play it again. He's been impressive, hasn't he? Good look at him. Got a good look at Barrios in him, hasn't he?
Gaglia. Back to Gonzalo Rodriguez.
As you said so well, Gino, next up against Mexico may be different, but look at this again.
Ooh.
It's just unbelievably sadistic.
Ángel Correa getting on the scoreboard.
Correa comes in and rules the roost. Again, though, it's not just the run and the finish. It's the quality and precision of the pass that is so applaudable. And how this pass is released so quickly. Take a look. There's the run, and there's the ball invited in, and it's a first shot slingshot ball. Absolutely wonderful. Fabulous little dagger ball again. Played in through from Kranevitter. Well, look at that finish. You talk about the cross between a rapier and a sledgehammer. That one absolutely detonated home. First touch on the run. Good night.
This, by the way, is Correa's first cap for the national side. 20 years of age, born in March of 1995.
Wow. The underwear older than that. I'm not kidding.
Heck of a find for Atletico Madrid. And you'll be seeing a lot of him in the years to come, not just with Argentina, but in La Liga.
Lovely slide rule pass, wasn't it, from Kranevitter? Again, first time the pass.
Messi gets a touch on it. Kranevitter plays it across to Banega. Seven just seems like the appropriate number.
Well,
in the States.
Yeah, it's performance. It's just been domineering, and again, I want to use that word again, entertaining. It's not just the amount of goals, it's the absolute stardust quality of the build-ups right from that first one. Gino, there's not been anything accidental or anything capricious about the way they've played. It's been all malicious intent, but it's been decorated by class.
Banega toying with the defenders, made to pay for it. He gets the call though.
Yeah.
And the referee's just going to go ahead and remind the defender. This is a friendly. Over the top, Argentina trying to catch Bolivia napping again.
Amazing. You've got to say that Daniel Vaca has actually kept the score down. This goalkeeper has pulled off a handful of really top-class saves to keep the scoreline from becoming even more embarrassing.
We could be talking about a 10-0 game.
Yeah. The absolute gulf of difference, needless to say. And it's going to be a long night in the bedroom for Julio Cesar, Valdivieso.
He's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, got a lot of thinking to do. It's not seemed to be too much. The way they lined up tonight as well was pretty much of a defensive setup, but they've just been taken to task and just dismantled. But again, you've got to remember who they're playing as well. World Cup finalists and Copa America finalists.
The #1 team in the world, according to the infamous FIFA rankings.
I don't think many would argue against that.
Into the box again. Messi got 3 defenders around him and finally get him away from the ball.
And tried to turn on the real cabaret show there. Good play.
A chance to come forward here.
It's good football.
Bolivia. Sergio Romero covering up the far post though. Good attempt.
Alvarez, he's in. He had no support around him to square the ball into. Nobody making that hard, hurtful run. So Chumacero doing that in the Copa America a lot more than he's been able to do tonight.
Messi feeds it through again. Loose ball. Pereyra shoots for the far post. Misses just high.
A lovely angle for him to put away. There's another look at this wonderful slingshot finish. That is an absolute masterful execution from Correa. Really.
Nothing fancy either. Just saw it, hit it, hit the target.
The precision to bend it around the outstretched reach of Daniel Vaca and get it inside of that post as well. He had nothing to play with. There was no fat at all on that goal. Beautiful.
So a few numbers from the horror show. 13-4 in total shots, 9-2 in shots on target, 70% possession for Argentina, and it's felt like it.
Yep. Messi didn't look too jet-lagged.
Turned over yet again. 20 seconds left to go before the end of regulation time. I can't imagine there will be too much time added on. And it looks like Argentina is going to win by a touchdown. And that'll do it. Rightfully so, and mercifully so. It's all over. 7 goals.
Look at this, Gino. Messi saying there's still time to be played, boss. He wanted to play more, and that typifies Messi as the line begins to form for that immortal shirt. Wonderful performance, Gino, and thoroughly entertaining. Everybody wanting that off of his back. And these fans, these wonderful fans in Houston, Texas, were served up something fit for a king in terms of wonderful football. And of course, when the king of the castle came calling, this stadium just took on a whole new meaning of life. They saw the great one come, they saw the great one conquer, but Argentina, all in all, were the stars of this show.
So the Lavezzi, the Agüero, the Messi show. 7-0 for Argentina. For Ray Hudson, I'm Gino Fuentes. Thank you for joining us. Argentina 7, Bolivia 0.